Alright,
What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session, and today we are playing the defender. So we're gonna be calling in three bet pots and try to defend our range the best we can against this villain.
Credit fee.
Credit cards?
Because it's so,
I think I'm gonna mute Joey. Okay, I'm gonna fold here, no spade.
I
Start
would
with
fold
that.
with a spade.
Oh, with the spade. Would you?
I think I would.
Would it be sacrilegious or not?
I think we have better stuff still.
Oh, with the spade, we fold as well. Let's make it.
Maybe if he bet, smaller, you know, but he went half.
Without a spade, we definitely fold. With a spade, we just fold.
Okay. Here we go.
Exactly.
Alright, pocket seven, we're gonna defend against a small blind.
Yeah,
Ooh,
fold.
it's a two big blind bet.
It's a monotone ace high board.
It's a two big blind bet.
It's a monotone ace high board.
I know.
I don't know, you could probably defend it at
This one's
equilibrium,
closer
but
in my mind.
We just
I
torch
don't know.
two big blinds here every time. Pray for a 7-7. You could raise.
raise, raise.
You could raise.
But just never fold.
Never fold. We check back.
This-
Ah. Oh, this is, I messed this up for sure.
No, no,
This
it's.
is one of those out of
that's
line
still-
ones.
That's still fine. Look at you, you rolled a 4.
Yeah. There, Scotty. Okay, check back here for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Hmm,
Lose to a bad ace
hmm.
for two big blinds. This is great. Okay. Lose to good jacks.
We're gonna call. Ooh. Check. Bet four.
No spade fold. Ugh.
Call.
Think we call.
I- I just fold these spots in game, like,
Tell me why.
We
I
beat
mean,
a lot of stuff.
the majority, so like, the majority of his range is just going to be ace high, ace high. When he three bets. So like, you know, when we defend versus three bets with these pairs, we're supposed to overfold. And then like, okay, you know, you may have some combos that just stop the action. Where he's got like jacks or queens or tens or something, but. I mean, even the hands that we're ahead of here, he's got reasonable equity versus our eights.
Okay, sure,
the-
sure, that makes sense, but two things here, the bet small. And then we're above the 5. Is that?
Yeah,
enough
I don't
for
know.
a fold?
I don't know how relevant the above the 5 thing is when you're playing a three bet pot, but I mean, sure.
I think
sure.
it's extremely relevant, cuz if it was ace, king, deuce, we wouldn't be talking about it, whereas now it's closer. But I do think above the 5 matters here.
Well, what I'm saying is like, would it matter to you if it was a 9?
Yes. Yes, because then we would just be having an easy fold, I think.
I say,
Why? How
They
much,
still
how
have
much
some
nine
nines
X?
in range, no?
Well, how
Maybe
much-
not in this
I was gonna
formation.
say, how much 9x is he three betting from the low jack versus UTG one? Is like what the question
You
really
can get
breaks
in the
down.
weeds, but
Yeah,
now I like to keep it simple, but it's a good question though.
probably just
So my
some
guess
king
is
nine,
here we
ace nine
call.
suited.
Oh,
Ah,
And
Okay.
I say we fold without, we consider it with a spade, but the other thing is, we consider it if that's ace 5-6. Not ace 5 deuce,
Yeah,
at
we need a-
least having a backdoor,
mm,
you know, something, some other way to improve.
okay.
So, yeah,
Yeah, okay. Ah, very interesting. So I was looking at aggregated reports this morning. It was like button, small blind. The one we folded the most on here, the white here, the folds, was the king eye. But here against EP against CP, it's the ace high boards where we over 50% of the time.
so what's the business with the 9x?
There's no business with 9x because it's EP versus CP. In range against range, we fold 50%.
No, 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 no. I don't think you understand what I'm saying. Nines, how many nines is he three betting?
He probably has king nine suited.
King nine, ace nine. That might be it.
9, 9.
And nine, nine, yeah.
Those all seem like
Ace
reasonable.
nine, king
and-
nine, pocket nine.
Yeah, those all
6
seem
combos.
reasonable.
Not that many,
So not that many. So I mean,
but it's out of
Well-
the turn because here, it's really, if you look at the aggregated reports. We can see. Like we're folding. 50% on ace high boards. So way over folding on ace high. This looks like 30, but, is this a mistake?
mistaken
tell
your
what number that
understanding
is.
or?
Change the color, what?
It's 50.
It must be 50 based on the bar, yeah.
Mm. So we just fold 50% of the time on ace high or king high boards. Simple as
Yeah,
that.
that,
We need to
that
defend.
makes good sense.
So 9 or not, it doesn't matter.
And now you're smoked.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so we shove.
But you win. You got him, Louis.
That's how Dooley got his ring. He was smoked, he just went all in.
Alright, so like, if you can make a royal flush, it's probably a defend, and I actually defend this combo in game usually.
Oh, we got the double gutter.
I think it's an easy call.
Easy
You're not-
call.
Easy
You're not
call.
Well,
really in,
Yeah, yeah,
Sometimes raise.
Okay,
yeah,
now.
I
do
would
you-
probably play check personally.
Do you have any bets here?
we hate to get
Some.
jammed on
What kind of hand would you
with
bet?
this
here?
hand.
I would bet a set, I would bet combo draw with hearts, I would bet. My ace X that I didn't raise, I would,
You would
Bet.
donk them up, you would donk those on the turn? The ace
they're not
six?
donks, they're not donks.
Oh, he didn't bet the turn?
We're in
So
position.
We're in position, so he
Oh.
checked it. You can
Oh,
call
right,
it a
he's in-
probe, yeah.
No, it's, I didn't see his check.
Oh,
So three
gotcha.
checks, there's a lot of betting, 60%.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Right, so like, where's it coming from? It's actually like, so he's throwing some of the pairs make a lot of sense, like sevens and sixes, like you get tons. You can put a lot
Hearts.
of pressure on a 10. Hearts make a lot of sense.
I wanna bet this then. If he checked to us.
Yeah,
It's bet it
Um,
as a draw. It fits into draw perfectly. And it makes our bet on the river much more believable than it going check, check. And then if he checks the river and all of a sudden we bet out, we can't put as much pressure.
so I'm kinda curious about jacks. I'm not really seeing the benefit of going large with jacks here.
Wait,
We
can you
don't
hover,
have much jack, so who cares?
hover
Yeah,
queen
that's fair.
jack suited again? I wanna see the suit breakdown. Cause I think I'd rather, yeah, they don't care. I was gonna
Hearts.
say I'd rather bet the non-spades, cause then we, block some ace X. Ace X suited.
Yeah, it doesn't really care too much, but
But
I hear
yeah.
you.
Yeah, so we are betting a lot here. What kind of sizing?
I guess cuz he has the offsuits too, it doesn't matter if,
You gotta go big enough to put pressure on 10x. So you can't go too small. I would say it's
8%.
gonna be between those two options.
I
I
don't
think since you
we're
don't
targeting-
have you don't have the hearts, I would probably go 8-1.
I don't think we're targeting the 10x. Say we bet
Okay,
15.
If we bet,
what are you targeting?
He has 110 folding, the worst one.
Well, king 10's indifferent there also. What is pocket tens is still going?
Yeah, but
Kings
we're
are
betting
folding.
16 here.
Yeah,
One of the
Jacks are
biggest
folding.
sizes.
Queens are folding.
So we don't really get a 10 to fold here when we go this large. So it's this one or this one.
Did you notice that kings mostly pure fold, queens fold a bit, jacks fold a bit?
I
I
wanna-
think it's because they block the bluffs.
We get king
yeah,
X.
pocket. Well, you get pocket jacks to fold. You get
The
pocket
kings are
queens
pure
to
folding,
fold.
right?
You got pocket kings pure folding.
Okay, yeah, there's good merit.
They don't have kings much, I don't think,
King,
but
queen suited.
Okay.
I like betting the 8 with the idea of jamming the river.
The way I play this in real life is I check, just because I think betting here and getting check jammed on is a real threat.
Yeah, but
And,
you're supposed to be up.
8 was right.
alright, so I think we maybe just bluff this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Like,
check,
you-
we have a lot of 10, right?
You do have a lot
Yeah.
of 10x in the way we've played this and you can get better to fold.
Oh,
I
look
feel
what,
that's so
I-
big.
I think
like
in
all
game,
in.
I do go all in sometimes here.
wanna save some in case it goes south or?
I think it's 27 plus, so like all in or 27.
I want the extra fold equity. I'm all in.
Yeah.
You should go all in because, I think you're like targeting ace X at here at some point. And like this hand right here, like this guy is just boxed up.
Yeah,
And also I think if you bet the turn, that is a combo that probably does play check jam.
Ouch.
Very well could. If
Oh,
we had
it's
bet
so deep
quarter,
Stacked.
if we had bet quarter on the turn, is that a river that we would bluff?
Yeah. That's why we bet quarter on the turn.
I think you can let this go, Louis.
I think so as well. I think you bluff.
Yeah.
You got queen high.
Well, and jacks, like if a jack hits and you hit a straight, like you could just be drawing dead here. No, it calls. Okay.
Without the backdoor.
See, that's
Even
what I
I
was
would
thinking.
fold.
I was drawing the line with the backdoor as well.
But it's 5 to win 80 or lose 80, so that's great.
I guess it's just the implied odds of like stacking 2 pair or a set or
Perhaps.
because we're deep stacked. But now I definitely fold even this tiny bet.
Uh,
Don't get scammed, let it go.
call.
You guys ever free bet in the sevens there? Small blind versus button, deep stacked.
Pay the third month.
What are we talking about?
Maybe some.
So. In game here,
Probably
I
not,
actually start leaning folds here. I know it's gonna be like a theory call, like we defend this.
My guidelines for the.
We'd
extra
rather have
points
like
are-
7-8 suited, 7-6 suited.
Wait,
Right.
it's a 4-bet bluff too? What? That's interesting to me.
Ooh. Okay, we'll just check fold. No, we can't. We have a.
No, we have, yeah.
Yeah,
we're supposed to
you're
be
probably
folding
supposed,
on
you're
my boards here.
Raise
Call.
this one, right?
so why would you wanna raise
No.
this one? Is the question I
'Cause-
have.
I don't know, that's what my brain told me to do.
Oh, okay, well, that's a good answer. It's honest.
White
I don't
magic.
think it's a raise. I think, he's gonna have a lot of king X here. He's gonna have a lot of natural continues with spades. I think you probably just play call here with this.
I think that we are not strong enough to check raise with strength draw, but we're too strong to check raise with a low equity draw.
Yeah,
Maybe-
yeah.
Maybe if you wanted to check raise one there, you could do the 4-5.
I think we fold.
We're out
Hmm.
of
I
position, so
think
it's gonna be
we
harder
at
to.
least call.
I don't think we fold.
Okay, it's
There's a
not-
little, there's a little
Yeah.
raising, there's a little raising. I would investigate,
Small bet.
who mentioned the 5-4? Sorry. Scotty.
But me,
Yeah, I would look at the 5-4 and see if it's preferring something like that.
I mean 5-4 is gonna be like one combo
It's a
max.
sliver cuz we don't open it much, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
I'd only
It's
open
just-
5-4 there if like my opponents are like not free betting me enough.
Looks like we raise a lot of spades and then 10-9 is one of the few. And 7-8.
Hover over that 5-4 that we do have it ever.
Dude, this guy's so out of line. What are you doing?
Alright,
Louis, hover over the 5-4 once.
this one?
Yeah. Oh, we don't even, we can't even see it. I know we have it. Alright, there we go. But it does, look at it, but it does do it. I mean,
Yeah,
so the theory wise, it does it much more than the, much more than the 10-9? No, no, much more, much more.
yeah,
Cause it
much
has
more,
those small, it has those small check raises.
Yes, we
The
can
other one
check
doesn't.
raise
Yeah.
the
Okay.
the
So there we go.
0.25 combo. We can check raise off the
Alright,
5-4.
there we go. So, excellent. So the theory holds out. And it will never come up.
Okay,
I actually did check raise. I think it was 6-4 in a cash game recently, and then bluffed it off, and then the guy called me.
No cash.
alright, so these are the spots where if it went check here, I would not know what bluffs to use on the river, but he
Single
just
spade.
bets, so.
like you got
Single
some
spade.
ace of spade, king of, queen of spade, maybe. Stuff like
So
that.
like,
Yeah,
the stuff you show up on the river with is gonna be like absolute air balls and the absolute nuts, so. I think what Louis is saying, yeah, you just need more premium of blockers.
that makes sense, yeah.
What? Oh, good. I saw it wrong. It looked like it didn't fold. I went,
So do we ever four bet this combo?
No. 0%? Why would you?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm asking. It's just ranges are kinda wide and,
I
bet
think
it does it
we
at
don't
100 big
because we
blinds.
don't wanna get 5-bet.
you probably
So-
pull from the
Performs too
offsuit
well
stuff.
as a call.
Call.
Yeah, I was gonna say I prefer to
Lose more
bluff,
money.
like I prefer to bluff full bet like ace 10-0 or something. You know, something with a blocker.
Well, I think you saw it right there. It wasn't crazy, but yeah, I mean, it's for the reasons you guys have kinda laid out. It's obviously a better call. What was that? What was that sliver I just saw there a
So
second?
this is a 4-bet range, basically, from the button.
You're pulling from the offsuit stuff if you're gonna bluff with it, it looks like.
You got all
Or
the,
like-
the good old wheels that. It's pretty
Yeah.
static. King jack off, I don't know.
Actually, it's
Queen jack-
calling a
So-
lot.
The spicy 4-bet bluffs, I'm looking at 100 big blinds here, same range. It's ace 9 off. You have jack 8 suited, queen 8 suited. So
Oof.
it's getting spicy. 7-5 suited sometimes. It's pretty interesting.
Hmm,
Yeah, but the difference is like, you got some 4-bet small, whereas it's mostly all in at 80 big blinds. So,
yeah, there's just not enough room for, a bunch of shenanigans.
we call once. Flush completes.
I play check here in game.
Why?
Oh,
Well, because we essentially have a bluff catcher against his value. And I would rather keep ranges wide, so he has bluffs when we get to the river, when the texture shifts further.
Okay. I see. Makes sense.
this is how you get a spade on the river.
So yeah, or a queen. Now
I
what?
mean, this is kind of annoying, like you're indifferent. I
I don't
think
think you're
you
in
gotta
that
call.
here. Cause the best card for him, the one he has the most, the one we have the least is the king.
He does have a lot of king X. Yeah, you're probably right, Louis. I might be too sticky here. It's probably just a fold.
We also
I would-
lose to every 2 pair if he ever has thin
I don't think
value.
that means we're allowed to fold. But it's just a very bad outcome for sure.
In
Especially
game I
if we-
fold. To GTO, I have no clue.
Solver may have some slivers of calls here, but against population, never.
What about the size?
Let's see what Dooley's got here. He's posting the spice.
1/3.
Yeah, I like this.
Maybe we need to go. No,
Or all in. I was
Mhm.
wondering about a bluff raise, but it's like, he's never folding a king if you raise all in. So like, you're just kind of
I
screwing
guess
yourself.
I guess we're blocking King Jack, King 10. That's why it's bluffing, right?
Feels bad.
It feels really bad, right? Like, what are you getting to
50.
fold? I guess you're trying to fold out two pairs?
LP, real quick. You see, I'm not sure if you found this
Two
feature. You see the
pair.
light bulb in the upper right corner?
the what?
The light bulb,
Yeah,
click it. Now, see where it says info and there's a box with an arrow?
yeah.
That gives you a pop-up, look, and then you get like the graphs and you can do all this other shit. Fuck around, like it's right there. It's like an overlay.
Okay,
I don't know if you like it or not, but I find it useful.
wow.
Yeah, it's useful when you have a two screen.
Yeah, this is nice, cool. Thank you for sharing that, Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're continuing here. The question is, do you ever turn this into a bluff as a 4-bet jam?
Too good, I
When
think.
range,
No, no, never.
I don't think it's a wild idea.
I do think it's
I-
a wild idea,
why do you think it's a wild idea, Louis?
cuz. Like, I know you, Galen, you'd never 4-bet bluff here.
No, that's not
How
what I'm
about me?
asking. I'm not asking, I'm asking, why do you think it's a wild idea?
Cause it's not a combo you get to pick from. You get to
Why
pick
not?
from ace queen off, from ace 5 suited, ace 4 suited,
Let's take a peek at the range.
these kind of hands.
What's
Yeah,
what
but
do you think his
regurgitating the range is not a reason why not.
About king
Yeah,
eight suited.
well, yeah, exactly. And if you,
Oh.
if you look at king jack,
Ace
what's your
three.
logic here? What's your logic with queen jack and king jack here suited?
Well,
Why
when
is,
king jack suited, you know, it does some spice sometimes. that ace-
why is king 10 crazy and out of line? But why is king jack not? Or king 9, for instance, like,
Are you serious right now, Galen?
So my
I'm-
thought process is
How
that
I'm asking-
often in your database are you 4-bet shoving king 10 suited here? How often? Why
Well,
would
not
you
a-
pick that combo?
not-
I just- my
Well,
thought
yeah.
process there was,
'Cause in my mind, this is the calling range, right? It's the juicy calling range almost every time. So why
I
would
was
you all of a
listening.
sudden pick this one and say, nah? Why
my
not?
thought process
When
LP
you-
was
Go ahead,
like,
Ken.
Never do that. What
I'll
kind of
explain it as soon
advice
as,
are you giving here?
I'll explain it as soon as Ken gets his idea out.
Okay,
Hey, can you please show Willen's range versus our 4-bet jam? So maybe
I
that will
think-
clear up something.
Okay,
Go ahead, Ken, I'm listening.
and my only thought process was like the king 9, queen 9, king 10, like they can flop straight, so that's why I like the king 8. I wouldn't have used the king 9 either. I see it's using it, but I thought the king 8 would get in there. Cause it's just outside of a range that could flop really good.
oh, so you're saying you prefer king 9 because it can make
King
it
eight.
straight to call? No,
King
I
eight.
mean, you prefer calling with king 9 because it
Yeah,
can make
yeah,
it
yeah.
straight? Okay,
So like, the obvious thing here is he's pulling from his offsuit 10x. That's why like, this is not a great 4-bet bluff, right? But like, the logic that I was using behind it is king 10 gets plenty of better hands to fold and it's a perfect hand to run equity with. It can make straights, it can make flushes, like it's not a reasonably bad hand. The same way you would squeeze a hand like this, right? Like jamming 50, 60 big blinds out of position as a squeeze with a hand like this makes a lot of sense. Like if you apply that same logic to the scenario as a 4-bet, if they have the bluffs is the big part.
Yeah, I'm sure
It
it's not
makes,
bad.
it
I mean,
makes
can we see the
pretty,
can we see the EV differences from, taking one action over another?
it makes pretty good sense.
The problem is
And
the
to be-
king 10 doesn't have, the king 10 doesn't have a. Oh,
Yeah,
no,
see,
it does
like
have the
on
EV
fairly
raise.
big difference there.
Post flop on Pio, you can see the EV difference from different, like if you take a different action, I don't think you can see that on here.
Do you not?
That's right
No, you
here.
can.
Oh, there it is.
It's right there.
It's- Yeah,
It's right there.
it's pretty significant.
Yeah, right here. And this is because all of his all of his 3-bet bluffs are coming from his offsuit 10X. So it's like, you don't really want a 10 here.
So when you jam, you're still making 100 big blinds per 100, but you're losing 27 big blinds per 100 compared to the best action, which was
Yeah.
called.
Yeah. And to answer your question, I do turn these into 4-bet bluffs sometimes. I don't find the offsuit ones, but I do find more of these than the offsuit ones.
I don't believe it.
I mean, I don't know what, do you need me to show you something, Louis? Or
Yes,
is it,
yes,
are you,
yes, yes,
does
yes.
it hurt you?
Yeah, I
Okay,
need you to show me something and the date must.
Okay, we're gonna completely derail this then.
Listen, the date must not
If
be,
I show you this, what are you gonna do for me?
I'm gonna show you something else.
What are you gonna show me?
A one big blind bet that gets through.
That,
It's a
I
good
don't
trade.
berate
Think
you about
it.
one big blind bets.
It's a good trade.
I do.
Call.
How often was it raising?
Like 10%,
Okay,
10 to 20.
yeah, I would pair call it.
It was a sliver. It wasn't too much.
Uh-huh.
I hate this guy.
It's not fold.
Just fold, right?
It's easy fold.
Huh? You guys serious?
Player
Don't
dependent.
have a spade. We block queen jack.
We block ace, jack and ace 10.
It's blind against blind. We have a
He
pair.
has ace, king, ace 10, ace 7, pocket kings, pocket 10s, pocket 7s,
Every
queen
every
jack
time
spades.
Okay.
every time I call here in game, they always have it. They always have it. It's he doesn't have it. It's 9-4.
Doesn't have
Suited.
any-
God, I'm
No.
not finding that one.
No,
Well
Louis,
played.
if we called, the trainer would have turned over pocket aces.
I was gonna say jam.
Yeah, I like this 4-bet. Yeah, I
this
like
is
that
one we
4-bet
can
there.
What about jamming at 50 big blinds? Feels a little crazy.
Wow.
With tens, I mean.
No. I ran one this morning that had ace king off shoving, 4-bet shoving at 100.
See, no, that,
Sure.
yeah, I see it pulls from ace king off specifically. Deep stacked as a 4-bet jam, just like ridiculous amounts of chips, but
So I like jamming because tens are gonna struggle out of position post flop. You're just gonna get out flopped a lot and it's gonna be a struggle.
So I thought this was a pretty easy check. Looks like it's more of a blood path.
Yeah, after it goes check, check, turn.
Okay, easy call.
I don't wanna raise this
I'm folding.
half pot. Yeah, let's fold.
I only
Yeah, I'm
continue with
folding
front door.
too.
It's probably calls, but I only continue with front door draws.
Hey, sideboard.
Three bet pots. Yeah, I need a
Yeah,
front door.
prefer.
But it's a little nitty, but in some spots.
Hmm,
It's an easy call.
At 30. Left.
Got it
We
over,
have
flush draw,
raises.
backdoor, straight draw. You got front doors, back doors, and then over. You got a call,
yeah,
right?
this has a lot of
Just
equity.
jam, how about, what about
I'm
jamming it?
thinking jam too.
I think when you
Anyone-
jam, you're
yeah.
only getting called by better hands.
Do we have a raising range?
I would say no, given
course.
this SPR and that bet size. Well, yeah, we're gonna have a raising range. It's gonna be small.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
It
small.
can.
It's
Ken,
gonna be
you
ace
said you-
queen.
I like raising this. You were saying we only get called by better hands. It's like, yeah, because we're bluffing, but we do get better hands to fold also. And we have plenty of equity to run.
All
Yeah.
in, pure.
Yeah, it's only
Yeah,
all in.
yeah.
Wow.
I didn't think in position we'd wanna do that.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. We have a lot of equity to realize, but maybe if the
Yeah, but-
eight
but-
of spades was a nine of spades instead.
We get so much value from getting all of his aces to fold that miss the flop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I-
like ace king off, ace jack
Like I
off.
find those wheel
position.
aces to get better aces to fold. I'm gonna find the over, like the kings and shit, the ace
I see
queen.
it.
I didn't think we had to bluff this much.
I would have done these two before these two.
Yeah,
Nah, I don't think you would.
The straight draw.
No, king 10, king 9 also add in backdoor straight draws with the flush draw.
Yeah,
yeah, I guess in
Yeah.
a 3-bet pot, it wants the additional equity because he's already got a narrow, decently strong range.
Yeah, there's just hands you wanna like kings which are vulnerable, top pair which is vulnerable, then we just have to find bluffs, right? Which is coming from the flush draws. Like if we have a value raise in range, we need some bluffs as well.
Are you guys calling here with ace jack with the jack of spade?
No,
no,
Oh,
Just
no,
with
no, no,
spade?
no.
No,
not for a half pot bet.
Yeah,
That's it.
I don't think I am as well.
Yeah, I don't peel my back doors much in these 3-bet pots.
Is jam an option? Oh, we are jamming. Alright, cool. Sorry, my other meeting pulled me back, but, I would jam this.
Yep.
In game.
Louis, you already saw the answer.
you're in position. Why would you wanna jam this and why would you wanna
Does
jam
though.
this?
Our
that's
the only
equities,
option.
just run our equity. Like, I
didn't
don't
think
wanna
it
get
would.
blown off on the turn brick when, you
Yeah.
know, just get it
I
in
guess
now.
I guess that makes sense, yeah.
Then
But-
he
and-
this with kings.
And he can't have king there because we blocked that, so he can't have it.
But when you block it, Scotty, it's just more likely they have it.
That's how combinatorics works.
Gonna say, do we stuff this?
Yeah, I
Call.
would 3-bet this.
Okay,
bet
we're
it.
gonna call once.
Yeah,
I wouldn't 4-bet jacks here.
What
In
if it was
position.
a king eye board? Would we call?
Yeah. We'd
What's
call
the
one.
difference. King, queen, I mean, they both outflopped us.
With one over, if it was 2 overs,
Yeah, but he has more kings than he has queens. That's what Louis'
yeah, but I
point is.
still think we gotta call with jacks.
Oh,
Really?
no, I agree.
One over we do? Two over we do.
I might start folding then,
Ugh,
Yeah, me too.
but,
Not gonna lie.
Okay,
cause you gotta
I
realize.
do a straight.
yeah, these people don't have enough bluffs. So if you overfold from what we see today, it's good.
Yeah.
It's not only, I think they'll do all the C bets, but they're starting.
Pre-flop, they're missing bluffs, Joey. They're
Yeah,
missing
pre-flop, they're,
50% of the bluffs.
pre-flop, they're heavily weighted toward value, so. Even
Uh,
if they see bet 100%, it's a stronger range.
how do we handle this one? He checks now.
I check,
We-
let bluff
we
river.
bet.
No,
Oh, I'm
checking here
betting.
is not good for sure.
Bet 8 probably.
This board is super like it's gonna go one way or the other. Like,
Yeah,
he calls you with a queen, but if an ace comes, it doesn't call. The flush could complete, the 10 could come. This is extremely dynamic.
betting 8 lets us get in.
I would bet bigger. I would bet.
Yeah, me too. 16
I
gives us.
think
a
we're gonna
lot,
bet
yeah.
mostly bet. I think we're mostly 8 and 16
What
and
can
very
he
little.
call? If
I
we
don't
bet
think I don't think betting 8 makes much sense. Like, it's a dynamic board. You wanna go bigger check.
You know, there's plenty of 8.
Oh, it's 16.
8 sets up a good
Yeah,
shove on the
it's good.
river too.
Yeah,
What does 8 accomplish?
it
Give
keeps
us-
more of his range in. It,
Right, so do you want all of his range in when it's a super dynamic board? And you have a
have a
vulnerable
set.
hand?
What would
If
you
he
bet
has,
with
I
Jack
have a
10?
set.
Galen, if he has a strong draw, is he gonna fold to the bigger bet?
Probably, I don't know. If you like pile 25 big blinds, is he calling an open ender?
Well, It's not only that, Joey. If he has a strong draw, you're gonna get max value from those draws on the turn. And you're not gonna get any more money on the river when it bricks. And if he makes it on the river, you're gonna be checking back obvious draws to get there, so.
Right, yeah.
In my mind, we would use the 8 size for like a top pair. Like an ace. An ace would wanna go small, like,
It's okay, Louis. You're not betting 8 there with top pair.
If you had Jack ten, would you bet 8 or check? Or bet big?
I would have checked with Jack 10, I think.
Check fold. For the small bet. Oh.
So
screw that bet,
annoying.
But still, so annoying. Fold it anyway. Definitely call.
This might,
Yeah.
mix.
Oh. What kind of
Check
bet?
fold.
Ah, Oh. Ooh,
Definitely
alright,
call.
this is a interesting spot for me. Should we even call? Like
Yes,
here, clearly.
Yes,
It's him always, right? But
You have
king,
second pair.
okay, I think we
Check
should
dogs.
leave here. We should bet.
Now
here.
it's interesting.
I would check here.
Mm-mm.
No, I would check here.
What thing is, he bets and he checks, and then this is a very, very good card for our range as a caller, no? So I think.
can
I
do
mean,
almost
I would
anything.
say it's probably asymmetrically good for a calling range as opposed to a 3 betting range. I mean, I don't know what, this is a big blind range, so he should have.
He's three betting.
Some of this stuff, like
Not
he's gonna
really.
have like some middling trashy stuff that he 3 bets,
he's
no?
got the triangle, the suited triangle, the
6-8.
10, 9, 9, 8.
That's above,
Jack
yeah, that's
8, Jack
above.
Yeah, they
7.
don't,
Not really
yeah,
here.
but the 5 doesn't improve that.
Yeah, it doesn't really improve
Not
that.
really. He's
The
got
5,
the,
the 5
8,
improves
7, 9,
6-8. It improves the
7.
6-8 and the, yeah,
I would
Yeah, I'm
bet
betting.
with an 8 big line here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
maybe
it.
it is a
I
small,
like
nah,
it.
I'm checking.
I check back.
8 big or
but
checking is also.
I
an
would
option.
check.
I like the
like
8 for
both.
buying rivers too.
Check's
Ooh.
actually the better option.
Now we bet.
Yeah,
Bet
part of the
third.
problem is he just has better sevens in range here than us too.
I don't think we can bet now,
Yeah, I'm done.
because at the end of the day,
Oh,
this is a
surely we
four
bet.
liner.
It's a 4-liner though. I mean,
Yeah, but
9,
it's
10, 9, 10
pocket
gets there.
sixes, like what can 9, 10 gets there?
I do wanna value bet as much as I can, but. This here for me, an alarm bell
But-
comes off in my mind. Simple as
How
that.
many
He does
six,
have,
six
he
in
does have
range does he have?
6x. He should have 6x
No, he
from the big blind.
He could have 9, 10, he could have, you know,
I think he bets more of his sixes than checks them on the turn. He bets them as draw. He's a
You're
solver.
you're probably right, Joey, but that being said, he is gonna have it in the check sometimes, right? No? I mean, sorry,
Yep.
Scotty. I called you Joey.
You know, it's okay. It's okay. Not this time though. This time he doesn't have it. This time he has a single 8. Let's get called by it.
I'm happy winning a 50 big blind pot here without losing the rest of my stack, honestly.
oh my god, he wants to go for it.
Wow, it goes 30.
It's the exact same EV.
Okay,
I would have gone 17.
yeah, there's a threshold, Danny, for reopening the action. You need to bet at least 50% of the pot or more. Like you
Yeah.
can't reopen the action in position
Oh, that's fair.
for less than half pot.
Yeah,
Right,
my
and
minimum,
not
my
a-
minimum bet is
And you have
60%.
also an equity threshold with your hand, like you need to win more than 50% of the time.
And not all the coaches agree with what Louis just said.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
he
not
still has
exactly
every
true.
I
jack,
agree with it.
right?
I
Doesn't he still have
agree
every
with what
jack?
Louis just said.
How would you word it if it's not exactly true, Galen?
I'm just saying like that way it's worded, it's not exactly true. I mean, it's said the same way by different coaches, different ways. Like some people say you need like your hand needs like a certain amount of equity in it.
80%, I think, that said in the last
So,
thing.
so like the ape styles thing is like somewhere around like 76 or something to reopen the action.
Yeah, I think Matt said something around 75%.
75, 76.
So there's a
Equity
bet
or
size
s-
threshold we need to respect and an equity threshold as well. Like you need a strong hand, basically.
Yeah, it's
Well,
saying the
let's
same
look-
thing in different ways, right?
two pair was strong there.
Can we see what the equity
That's how I
actually
felt.
was
I
then
felt
with that
two pair
hand
was
to
strong
see?
enough. Yeah.
You could.
I'm
You could go
curious
back and
where
check.
it falls in. Cause I struggle to even think about equity in terms of equity. And that's all Matt seems to really just think about is equity.
Well, that's why I don't really do it much in game because it's a
Hard.
conceptual thing. It's
Well-
hard to realize, right?
Louis,
So you need this
right
in a
above the-
percentage.
yeah, that filters.
You gotta go to filters and see what it is like globally percentage wise, if you're gonna go about it that way.
Yeah, the way that equity buckets are on the bottom. Best hands is 75%. Good hands run from 50 to 75%. I can't see the other. Weak is 25 to 50 and trash is anything under 25.
So our best hands are over 75, Joey?
Yeah, it looks like they're pulling from the 75% and lower than 25%.
Or
So
75 to
clearly
100
it's
best hands.
75% equity based on this.
And 8-7
Or-
doesn't
or
really have
bluff.
it, right? It's the next tier down.
Yeah,
that's-
good hands is between 50 and 74%.
So it's cuspy.
Yeah.
That's why it's
Actually,
split.
there's a very tiny sliver right at the top of it where,
Which bucket is?
That's why it's split. The equities were exactly the same. It went all in some and checked some and the
Uh.
equity was exactly the same.
See, for me, I think he still has some over pairs and a lot of jacks and I don't know, just get called by worse a lot. But it's right on the edge, huh?
Well, so the idea, Danny, is like, does the time he has better and calls you with worse outweigh the times you just lose to the nuts? And value on yourself?
What if you think they're too stationy and they'll call too many jack X not believing you have the whatever, right?
Well,
Then it
it
probably
becomes
becomes a better bet.
yeah, it becomes a much better value bet. Like, I mean, it's
'Cause
a
you
good
get-
exploitative
yeah.
deviation for sure.
but also
Maybe
Louis,
that's why my
Line in
inclination was to
general,
bet.
it's not a thing.
Right.
I
like
also
the-
want to
Like,
mention that last week on a study with God's Big Toe, Jared, he mentioned that he found a couple exceptions to the half pot or more on the river.
Okay,
Yeah, GTO
Yeah,
Wizard
and
does
it-
have some of those bets.
It's rare, but it is like one of the rare exceptions where sometimes you do get a small bet on the river.
yeah, with like milky bets, kind of.
Maybe if it was like the four liner and the flush draw came in or something. you
So
get
the
to go
thing with that
smaller.
is, it depends on whoever's making the sim. If they want you to be able to sometimes bet under half pot, they have to put it in there. I don't think when Matt runs his sims, he even gives it the option.
Do we block
Because
bet here? Turn
generally
one,
believed to be
check, we
bad.
have second pair. I think
no, no, check call.
I didn't
We,
see what it, you went too quick. I didn't see what the action was.
we call the flop.
Check on the turn.
I think we can block
You
bet this.
You could probably value bet this, yeah. I would even say like, maybe even more than 8.5 sometimes here. Well, I don't know. Yeah, okay.
No, never check.
All in.
Okay, all in is a bit savage.
I guess we're
But-
bluff jamming some 10x. Jack 10?
Hmm.
Bluff
You're,
jamming?
Oh, it
you're
blocks
double
the nut.
blocking 9-10. Yeah, you're double blocking
I
9-10.
mean, it's a dynamic board, so when he checks, right, he's like kind of capped.
What do you ask for?
Yeah, no, we're bluff jamming our 10x. So yeah, he's 10, king 10, jack 10.
See, Dooley, this is
um,
a similar situation that you were facing in that $800 tournament where you were double blocking like the nuts with a combo like this.
Yeah.
Oh, you're reopening old wounds.
I'm not trying to. I'm sorry,
Oh.
Dooley.
Oh. That hurts. I thought it was forgotten.
Call,
Call for this size, I guess.
call.
Do we bet here?
Why would you bet?
I don't know.
Takes the turn and then, We could put kings in a bad spot.
I think pocket pairs are like the low pairs are better bluffs.
Mm,
This
think
might be
Maybe
the
it
worst
It's
hand.
does.
like
I was
Maybe
gonna
it
say,
does.
equity.
Sure does.
this is one of the worst
Oh.
hands we probably actually call the flop with.
It's
I
a
was
big
gonna
bet.
say, yeah.
I would bluff here with king, jack, king, queen, jack, maybe a bit of queen ten.
I don't know. I don't think you're doing that.
I'm not, but I saw it this morning. King, king, jack. Yeah, not really, right?
Not, a little bit. I think kings have showdown, right? Like kings have some showdown.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
can
queen ten, queen, jack, king ten.
Threes
Mhm.
and fives are
spades,
bluffing
right?
a decent amount.
Can we see the equity of all these combos to figure out which ones are the worst? So 6 point. Yeah, like queen, jack is one of our, it's like our worst combo. King nine,
Look at the
king
suit.
six
that's
is better
going
than
before you
king,
Say that.
king six is better than queen, jack. Jack ten's worse. And
Those
nine.
are spades.
So wasn't the equity the number, right? So like jack ten's 4.1% and then,
This is equity,
oh, okay.
still better. Alright. So we can bluff here. 20. Oh,
I mean, I think you gotta just stick it in, man.
no, we bluffed the turn, it's enough. You bet 20, he calls, nothing changed. What are you gonna do? Punt?
You gotta get him to fold pocket tens.
No, it's not folding.
You ain't folding A7.
What's our bluffs on the river then?
That's what I
Uh,
was gonna say. What
Interesting.
happens when he beats you there?
What the hell's he checking A7 for?
Get us to bluff.
To get,
He
to
Gets
get
me every
fished.
time.
Gonna say, yeah, okay.
It definitely got us there.
Looks like pocket fives likes to bluff.
Queen ten and jack ten, but not queen jack.
9-8 likes to bluff.
What's queen, jack need? Spades or something?
Do we wanna
If we
block
want to do.
his ace ten? What's the
No, no,
idea?
We want to not have the spades. We want him to have spades.
Right.
Or it's just,
But the queen 10 doesn't.
Showing down all your king highs.
maybe he's value betting ace jack and better himself or something, so we wanna block his ace tens that are gonna start bluff catching turn.
So maybe somebody could tell me why we bluff. Jack ten a spade, but not jack nine a spade.
If you do too much, if you do both, maybe you're bluffing too much. I don't know.
And then
I
why-
don't know. Actually,
Yeah,
that doesn't make
yeah.
sense. That doesn't make sense though. But like,
Yeah.
why would it pick jack ten instead of jack
I
nine?
think
But
has to
also
do
the
with the
other-
nine, right?
Is it
The
not?
jack is bad or the nine is bad?
Yeah, and 10-9's the same class.
You know what? It's probably just pulling the bluffs from the 9x more than
You
Then
mean
the
10.
other-
Can we see his turn checking range? I think he'll check some ace jack and ace ten, and he doesn't really have ace nine as much. So we'd rather block his strong checks.
maybe, maybe that's
Yeah.
it.
Ace
oh
jack off,
I
ace
know
ten
why.
off.
It's because he doesn't have ace 9 but has ace 10. So the
Lewis,
10
I just said that.
Oh, what?
Louis,
I
you're
think-
stealing his thunder. You're
Lewis.
stealing Danny's thunder, Louis.
Come on, Lewis.
You fucking mansplaining me, bro.
Mansplaining the man. I've never heard that before. You're so woke.
Oh,
I thought it was a really good point though when Lewis said it.
It was a much better point when Louis said it. Yeah, much
It
better.
just sounds more intelligent when it's coming from a British person.
Exactly.
Exactly, exactly.
Not with that British accent.
What are we doing here?
I wanna call,
Call.
but I'm hating
I
it.
don't know, man. Like, I guess you call.
We're
I,
definitely
Three to a
calling.
straight.
You got
Call.
3 to a
4-5
straight.
split.
Yeah,
Call.
I
Ooh,
wouldn't
Looking
be
at
shocked if
board, are
it
we not
raises
supposed to way
sometimes too.
overfold here?
25% bet. We might not even need the pocket sixes to call here. We have to call once. and
Hey,
lose money.
20% raise.
Look what ace six does.
Ooh,
we are over folding range. But sixes are just too good.
Straight redraw.
Yeah, I mean, look at ace six.
over card, backdoor
Pure
flush.
raise.
That makes sense.
So raising
So,
ace
yeah.
six and king six is why we have
Yeah,
slivers and raising
backdoor
pocket
straight,
sixes.
backdoor flush, overcard.
Good turn.
Alright,
Hope he doesn't
I-
like go all in.
Yeah, we should bet here.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
it's
think,
donking. Oh,
yeah. It
Wow.
completes a straight. We have a straight draw.
I guess you do call 6-7 pre-flop too. If you call 6-7 pre-flop, it's probably pretty good.
Yes, 7-6 is in range.
he won't be double barreling. He'll either be checking a lot. Or he'll be betting hands that have us in rough shape. And so we don't wanna check call really,
our equities.
so.
So it really, our good turn is really the six or the three. And it's really the stuff that completes the straight.
Yeah, our equity's good because we have the sets and the straights, when he doesn't have fives, fours, threes, or the straight.
plus our equity is good because we have the straights, but he doesn't have the 5, 4s, 3s or straights.
That sounded
If you
really
click
smart,
the-
Scotty. Thank you.
If you click the light bulb and bring up the line graph of equities, it might be informative
Hang on, I
of.
just have a quick question here. Because now it's
Okay.
like king, 5, 4, and then it's a three, but if it's like. King. 4, 3. So.
We're gonna
king,
have 5. It depends if you have 5-4 in range. If you have 5-4 in range, it's probably fine.
Then the turn. And my question here is. Is the turn a deuce and a 7 good? It will be here a 5 or a 6. So it still stands at some extent. So basically, when you're in a three bet pot like this and there's a card completing a small straight. And you're the caller, you can be up to no good a little bit.
There's a little more to it than that. You have to have the straights in your range too.
And the sets, we still have pocket threes in full here, yeah?
I don't think we open pocket threes.
Yeah,
That's a good question.
I don't
know.
open pocket threes there.
Can you look at the range again? Just the flop call range.
Take a peek at the equity graphs though.
Ooh,
What's the height on that? What do we have it like? I don't think we opened that full, right? Oh, almost.
Right, that, I was looking at those deuces. Why did we possibly call those? It's because we just don't have them.
Scotty, you know what they say, right?
Yeah. Deuces never,
The
Pocket
straight
deuces are,
comes in,
pocket deuces are shit.
the
Or
set comes in.
Is that not how it works?
Deuces always lose. Oh wait, Huh? did
I
they just
guess it
change
does-
their mind on us?
No, the
No,
thing is.
Louis
different-
replayed the hand. Louis
Difference
replayed
is.
and
he
the bet was only
different-
10%.
He bet a different size on the flop.
Yeah,
Oh, we were saying the same thing?
Yes.
we were.
You are racing to the last word and I think Joey edged you out there, Ken. I'm sorry. You lose.
Wow. Okay, so it doesn't even apply if we change the size. Okay, great heuristic. Screw this guy. Oh, like.
oh,
What?
this,
You
Anyone
can't
calling
fold
here?
this. You can't fold this when he bets 10% on flop and checks turn.
Well, it's a king eight
Right.
board, there's a 10, he probably just has pocket jacks, I mean.
you-
Yeah, it's-
And you
he's
block
gonna-
If
the
I,
street.
if I tell you I call here, are you gonna make me dig in my database for these two?
Yes.
I know you've been silent, and I know you've been looking for that king ten, and I know you.
Oh,
didn't.
no, like,
I
it's
know you
actually been in,
didn't find it.
it's been
So
in the
I'm
chat.
sorry.
It's been in.
I'm gonna
it's been
say
in
I'm
the chat.
sorry. I'm
It's
just
been in the
saying.
chat. It's been in the chat for 30 minutes, Louis.
No, I don't believe it.
And sixes are better than eights or nines here.
Christ, I can't believe we call here.
He's always gonna show me queens and jacks and stuff. He's like, yeah. I remember the pain like you, LP.
Alright,
Sometimes this folds.
this? Why?
I thought right at the sevens and eights, there was a little bit of folding to the
It's
three.
not
bet.
ICM, Scotty.
Okay, well, I mean, we were calling it, but there you go. Okay, it never does.
Oh, do we bet? Do we
They
bet
check
now?
to us?
Do we bet if we had a spade?
We mostly check here.
Yeah, I like checking behind here.
Even with a spade, this is marginally made. Let's just go with that heuristic.
Yeah,
know.
you-
I was not checking very much here, cuz
Do you
a
really wanna
lot of
start?
bad cards coming. No?
Yeah,
I know,
Oh.
but do you really wanna start building a pot with a marginal made hand?
Well, if we can get queen ten off to fold that doesn't have a spade, yes, I think it's great. Honestly, think about it. If you get queen ten to fold here. It's amazing, right? Get a high card to fold. Cause it's gonna come. Or this.
Oof,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
just fold.
Well, no, what do you mean fold?
I mean,
You
you
gotta
hit the
call,
wrong button and it folds.
You
This is a
bet-
three bet pot, we have a second pair.
That's why I fold.
yeah.
I don't
He
know.
just
I
check
might call.
I'm not
Wait,
folding.
so you got check raised on the, so this is a 3-bet pot that he check raised you on the flop?
Yeah, and you wanna call eights?
I don't wanna fold.
Alright, so like,
It's dicey.
alright, I mean, well, you have to ask yourself, are you willing to just put all your chips in here? Because that's what you're gonna have to basically do.
Alright, let's have something. This guy's from China.
Well, I mean,
Well-
like, raising all in's not a bad option, cuz he's gonna have some silly stuff in there that you have
If-
reasonable equity against, but
If he's from China, you should definitely check behind.
What is, I don't know what the China read is.
I
we
think
can't
it's like-
say, We can't say.
It's just right. It's not a
It's
read.
a- it's confidential.
I think he's trying to say the same thing if it's Brazilian.
Alright,
No,
That's what I think.
Brazilians are like pretty damn good.
The
so is
Brazilians would
jam
be,
better than call? That's the question.
I'm just calling here. I'm not jamming.
I'm gonna fold or jam this spot, I
I'm
think.
folding.
Jamming is good.
Jam is better. Yeah,
And not folding.
it's like yeah, I've seen this. heuristic.
And you just lose.
Oh, that's surprising. He has ace jack. That's.
I'm not
shocked.
surprised, I'm not surprised at all.
I'm
In
shocked.
my games, they always have ace jack there.
I'm shocked.
That, yeah, Eric, that would be a pretty cool feature to add to GTO Wizard. Let me, I'm gonna message them on their
All in.
Discord. And see if they'll add nationalities to their GTO trainer.
Little flags we
Great.
could put over the villain.
That would be, that's a really good troll. That's a really good troll, Eric.
No, they should add whether they throw emojis at you. Like just randomly in a spot, they're throwing emojis at you.
Oh, it's the funniest thing I've heard all day.
He went all in and he launched the rocket ship at me. Hmm.
What's the, what's that mean?
I don't know.
Oh,
I was wondering if we ever just fold. It was a little bit in there.
13% fold.
I know it's not the point of today's exercise, but
I think we raise this sometimes. I think we.
Mm,
Well, we don't block anything, right?
I don't hate raising, but I usually just save it for the turn.
I'm
I
raising.
hate raising.
Turns face up. That's when good players say, I get time to get out of dodge. He's got the nuts.
Yeah, it's just a raise.
Every time.
Yeah, the problem is because the ranges here are so tight, he's gonna check back a lot of turns,
Yeah.
even when the
Yeah.
board doesn't change texture. So you gotta get it in while the getting's good.
And now we can jam.
And I don't know, straight completed. He's got
Yeah.
queen, jack.
Yep, he
I think
does.
it's,
Yeah.
That's
I think it's
small.
whatever. I think you just put it in probably, or
Yeah.
no, put it in's too big, I think.
10,
fish on the
30
line.
into a 30 into a 40 big blind pot? That's too big?
you gotta keep, you like 10 is never folding anything he called the check raise with.
Alright, so like, let's think about his calling range real quick. Alright, so like, if you just jam here, what's he doing with ace, queen of hearts?
Folding,
What's he doing with ace, jack of diamonds?
folding,
What's he doing versus small bet with those
maybe
hands?
calling, maybe folding, depending on how bad of a day he's having.
Right,
I
it's
don't
a, it's a much more difficult situation, I think. I do
It's
like
like-
small.
One of our only bluffs got there. We have to go small.
For me, it's just
Yeah.
whenever we check raise and we barrel turn, it's always small and have a very strong hand. we
Now you can just put it in, yeah, like,
And he can't fold a king, he can't, he might not even be able to fold a 10.
yeah, like, I mean, this
Yeah.
hand's gonna probably pay you regardless,
Yeah, we got
but
that. all in. We just get it all in.
Wow,
there's
we
some
wrote
other
it in good.
hands. Yeah, like queen 10 is gonna be miserable there on the river. So
Yeah, for
like,
that small of a bet.
I think I fold this in game under the gun versus big blind. I do fold this.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, I fold
Because
it.
it's mixing the floor and people miss bluffs from the big blind and we're under the gun. It's like strongest open versus strongest three bet. I mean, it probably mixes calls here, right?
We were
It's pure-
60, I would
pure.
call. I'm
This is
folding
pure
right now.
call.
Is it pure? Okay.
Sure.
No chance. Wow, alright.
Well, so like, look at fives, it's 0.01, so fives would be where it's like folding and mixing, right?
Is
I
it 'cause
think
we're in
threes are
position?
mixing, fives are
You think
well,
threes? Yeah.
threes are mixing.
Well, so
Oh.
fives, I mean, yeah. You see the tier go down to threes. But yeah, it
What-
starts like,
What about 7?
Let's see
I
it
think
go.
sevens interact with the bluffs, probably, maybe, like, maybe he's bluffing some 7x, so sevens are kinda like,
7-6,
For sure.
8-7.
Ace
There'll be
7 off
bluffs.
is one of the primary bluffs.
so yeah, maybe it's just kinda doggy because of that. I don't know.
Not
I'm
using
guessing.
any sevens.
In your
I don't
original,
know. Then I have
in
no
your
idea.
original reasoning,
Oh,
I think there's a lot of
Yes.
factors that can lead you to a fold there, LP, in real life is they're not three betting wide enough. And it's also probably gonna be at a stage where it's 50% or 75% of the field, which makes it less valuable.
Yeah.
It's 0.1 call in the perfect scenario, pure chip EV. So like, this is stuff I think you can do better. You're better served throwing away most of the time.
See, I think
Sure.
this is a more of a call because one, it's easy to play post flop, it's fit or fold, we either hit a 6 or we don't, right? And then two,
but if you're
It's like-
playing just fit or fold, you're not getting the right odds to call for a fit or fold.
That's correct.
yeah.
with
the
sixes.
other thing is, they're not always gonna see that. They're not always gonna play well post flop, like maybe he has ace king and he decides to check it down. It doesn't happen often, but every now and then someone doesn't know how to play against you, right?
Yeah, I
for-
could see
For
that. I
these
mean,
two
yeah.
things, you can hit the
it's feasible.
6 and your opponent can make a mistake and let you realize full showdown. For me, it's more.
My-
of a call.
You do
My
know-
only challenge with that rationale, is you can apply that to basically any position at the table. And it's just gonna like blanket justify any call you make. Like, it doesn't really,
Well, with pairs, right? Made pair
pairs,
in your
okay.
hand.
yeah, like mainly with pairs, okay, like I could definitely follow some of that.
Yeah, that's just the way I reason pre-flop, but yeah.
And in position, we do over realize.
That's true. I question how much we over realize as under the gun versus big blind.
We over realize when
Yeah, I
we
would
play
fold in
perfectly
game.
as well. And there's a lot of times we're gonna miss bluffs when we're supposed to bluff these but small pairs and we might overcall sometimes and then we're screwing ourselves.
Yeah, we're smoked here.
Oh my
It still calls. I don't know, man. Like,
6 of
It
spades.
jams some.
So that's another reason I like probably enjoy folding this hand is. The later streets, I'm probably not playing optimally. I don't know, like. I may be getting steamrolled on turns and rivers when I have hands like this on textures like this.
Yeah,
You did. The ace
Fuck
queen
five.
you.
snap it out. Oh my goodness, we have a spade, we call?
Oh, there's
Yeah,
two
I think you-
broadways.
You do call.
What do you mean?
Continue.
Ken?
I'm
We
not
have the
trying to make a
five of
5
spades.
high flush. I'm out, dude. I'm
No,
sorry.
you're not trying to make a 5 high
Alright,
flush.
look at,
Flushes are good hands.
alright, Ken, how many big blinds per 100 do you lose every 100 hands?
72, 73.
That's a lot, you're almost
Yep.
using your stack here.
Yep.
So Ken, do you actually call these pre-flop then? Like, do you continue to see a flop with a hand like this?
This deep I do, cuz I'm set mining this deep.
Okay,
Or if I get a low board, I can battle more, but there's two
So
broadways
major
on the
league for
board.
you
There's
here,
three to,
Ken.
three to,
Major
there's a
league.
three.
I hear you. I hear you.
Means sometimes
I-
it checks down and you win.
Dude, the 10 pairs and here we are. Wanna do something?
Yeah, let's check.
Yeah, I
Okay.
wanna check those.
Yeah, depends. Anyone wants to, I don't know, bet 13?
I think your range has combos that do that. I just don't think this is the one that you wanna be doing that with.
I think this
No.
one misses,
Alright.
No, it does. It does. It's in
Yeah.
there. It's in there.
but mostly checks. Call.
Yeah, cool.
Mostly raises.
Nope, mostly calls.
No, but I
Raise
mean the preferred edge,
45.
is that the RNG? Never mind, mostly calls.
That's the RNG.
3 to 45, what is that? 15x?
Yep.
Yeah. Great to have a spade there.
No, you want the spade there, not to hit the 5 high flush. You want the spade there for when you hit a set, you're never against a 4-line flush.
Oh,
Oh
Okay.
boy.
Little of each, I think, but
Yeah,
that is an
But
important
the low,
note.
but when you get down to the 5, I'm saying you're not playing for the flush. It's sometimes
Well,
saved.
but often your flush will be good.
Sure.
Well, you wanna make sure that your 5 is a clean out.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
out on a limb and say raise hearts and spades and fold this.
And you don't
Never
call?
fold.
No one calls.
I call.
I call.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
you're supposed to
I,
call
It's like
here.
the 10-9, right? I mean, we
do continue with calls here.
Yeah, I
we
kept the
raise
call
some,
here.
we call some. We never fold.
Call more than raise.
I agree
Yeah.
with that call. Whoop, nope, look at this.
Oh.
See,
Woo!
yeah, that's a spicy meatball, man. I'm
Wrong.
gonna need, give me a couple tums.
I think maybe the difference was the queen the queen on the board as opposed to the king or an ace. That might have driven up our raising.
Yeah, maybe.
It's like the worst combo in range. We're just like, yeah, whatever.
Right, so you're just turning the bottom of the deck into a bluff,
Well, no,
essentially,
it's,
like,
Well, with a-
it
with a
it's a low,
straight-
could be the upper straight.
right, right. So what I was gonna say is like a low equity bluff, which, yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
What do you think has more equity here? Ace 5 or 8-7?
Probably ace 5,
Yeah, well, no,
no?
8-7
They're
is
very
better.
close.
Is
Is
this
it,
value?
whoa. Oh god, this is like the chicken and the egg argument again.
Who came first? 8-7 or ace 5?
Is it the
Usually the
value or-
minions.
Ed came first. That's obvious.
Is it the value or the bluff?
So ace 5 can get called when you make an ace is the problem versus this 3-bet range, right? You can lose all your chips a lot easier, is that why?
Ooh, yeah, that's a good rationale, Ken. It's just like, he's gonna, you don't wanna block the best parts of his
Plus
range.
8-7, you're essentially drawn to the nuts if you get a non-spade 5 too. Or ace 5, you're not.
So the chicken came first.
Cockadoodle doo. Yeah, we're just gonna let that go.
The answer, no,
I hate when they do that.
you're a creationist, the chicken came first, and if you're not an idiot, then the egg came first.
Who made the egg?
Who made the egg was, wherever you put the dividing line of species, you put it wherever you want. You know, you say, this is gonna be my dividing line. There's an egg on that dividing line. The creature before it that you're not calling a chicken, the proto chicken, and
The
the
pro.
thing you are calling, and
But
the
the
thing you're
chicken-
calling a chicken, wherever you put that line, there's an egg there, and that egg is. You didn't ask the question, which came first, the chicken or the chicken egg? If you ask that, then it's a definitional question.
I got
Scotty,
two
I
eggs
got
here
it.
on the board.
I think I got a headache.
I got 2 eggs on the board. What do we do? We
It's
call?
it's still simpler than whether we should have raised that 7-8 without the spade.
I would say for someone who has pretty reserved opinions usually, Scotty, you came out firing with that one, my man.
He's had that discussion
Severo
before.
raise.
Yeah.
I am going to call this because the bet's too
Scotty.
small.
You're not alone. I've had that the same discussion before too.
Okay,
I
so
love,
2 eggs
I
on
love
the
chicken
board, we
eggs, by the
call,
way.
1 egg, we fold.
I've had that
Yes.
discussion many times, as Louis has said, we have a spade, we can't fold.
Nice. We have a spade.
You can fold 27% of the time.
You're gonna
And I
barrel
like
it
how
in.
GTO wizard, it's always the spades. Like whenever you have the suit, it's always a spade.
This feels like a queen.
Fold.
That's how Pio used to work at least.
Oh, just now fold, just fold.
Oh. King's full.
Oh,
This felt so strong as 2 small bets.
alright, I mean, you're probably supposed to continue with this. Yikes. we're
3
screwed.
eggs.
Head and shoulders.
We're like, we're toast.
Hmm?
We block queen
Oh.
8 clubs and queen 9 clubs.
So tell me something here, guys. Who has
I
more
fold.
pairs?
He does.
Does he?
He has the more better pairs.
Well, okay, that's fair. Okay, that's a fair assessment. He's got all
both
of the
have tricks.
better pairs. We might have more pairs, but he's got the better pairs.
right. And so that
Ooh.
means when we have a pair, we can continue. This time, we don't.
Okay, so bluffing the bottom of the range because we have more pairs in our range
I
is
think that
not
was
a
the pun
great
of the
idea.
day.
No, we need more equity and we need blockers around the queen.
That's the pun of the day, LP.
Yep, and then we're even folding some full houses.
Yeah, it's a scam, right? Like, you're just getting scammed.
Ah. Interesting.
So is
mean,
the
I'm not-
worst pairs he's 3-betting mixes, are they like 6s or 7s?
Are you guys folded?
Low frequency.
Low
Uh,
frequency.
Raising
Probably.
quads.
Jack 10 suited, I don't think I'm folding that 100%.
Yeah, with the backdoor flush, with the double blocker to the queen. I don't know.
Yeah, double
Bruh.
blocks the queens, backdoor straight, backdoor flushes.
It's
You're
a
just
game
dead a
of
lot,
full
though.
house. It's a game of full houses. Like,
Yeah.
three queens plus a pair beats any straight or flush.
You need an overcard is what we see, or like a decent made hand already.
Okay,
Like,
Yeah, need over.
I do agree with the blocker stuff, though. It's like blocking queen, king.
but the
queen,
range is
jack,
raising
10.
kind of a little bit, right?
A little bit, yeah, I mean,
A little bit.
Yeah, around the queens.
It's not zero range, right?
yeah. I
Yeah,
wouldn't think so.
queen or higher card.
Do we
Think could
just
be in trouble.
call? I think we might
Think
just
so.
call here.
Completed
calling.
equity and
I would check raise, no?
Why? He can have
So-
ace king.
He's got full frequency, ace, queen, ace, king. He's gonna have some queen, I mean, he's got,
Queen
I don't
jack.
know, it's gotta be close,
He's
right?
got sets. Queen jack.
I would
ace
call, I
king.
call here in game. I don't know if it's great, but that's what I
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
never
what
raising.
about if we had queen jack?
I think
that's
it
a good
raises
que-
queen
we
jack.
still call, don't we?
Yeah, I'm not raising.
I think I would still call.
Well, remember that,
I
remember,
would
that-
raise king 9.
I think you're calling because you're way ahead or way behind in that spot.
Yeah,
Queen
there you
jack
go,
is
Louis.
Never calling.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
just
going
90.
bananas with. queen jack.
but remember the rule about, top, bottom.
Yeah, that's what
Right.
I went with. Top and bottom, it's just call, protecting your calling range, and top is always raising.
I mean,
Right.
it's
And when
it's
it raises,
pretty-
it jams, yeah?
And bottom,
Yeah,
is,
this area was jamming.
Like when you're out of position, you usually have some raises, right?
Wow.
That's the worst card.
You know, I
I would
get
just
sticky here and
fold, I
pray for like
guess.
a
Still call
king, a
once.
queen or a.
He could give up on the river and we could hit the fold.
I
Oh,
think you
man,
gotta-
I'm
Yeah,
folding.
I'm too
could give
sticky
up
here.
on
I'm
I
the
not
think you gotta
folding.
call here.
Yeah, you gotta call. Oh my goodness.
I'm folding in
Yeah.
game, man.
Yeah,
see,
It's a-
it's
he only needs an
minus
ace.
EV.
Why do you fold here, you nit?
I guess if
know,
you
I
get a ten
know.
or a queen, you
I-
could still be loser.
Why
Hey,
do you
I'll put it,
fold
I'll
here,
put,
Nick?
I'll put it this way. I'll put it this way, Louis. I'm folding here thinking it's a correct GTO call. Like, I think the solver is supposed to call here, but I fold. Well, I mean, it's just like he's gonna have so many ace X, diamonds, like he's got all
Card is
better two
rid-
pairs. And like,
ridiculously bad.
how often on the river is he gonna just shut down?
Never
Like-
is gonna pure jam range, but like for me, it's what hands do we beat? Like
Nothing.
where even are the bluffs, right? Like nine,
Yeah.
nope, we lose to a nine. Like
Jack
king, seven
10,
of
maybe.
spades.
Under pairs.
King seven of spades, maybe
Under
like
pairs.
jack 10. I mean, I don't even know, dude. Like,
Pocket
it's-
nines.
Pocket
We
nines
lose
is a
pocket
straight.
nines.
Oh,
King
fuck,
eight
no.
suited if he, I
Yeah,
mean, yeah,
I think
you
it's
really
little
have to reach
pairs.
for
I
it.
think you're right. I think you're right. I
Yeah.
think it's
So,
little pairs like
Whenever
sevens,
I'm
eights, maybe.
mulling over spots like this, I'm like, well, where even are the bluffs? I'm with Galen, like I'm folding.
Okay, nice spot. I need to fold more here. Wow.
Sevens, there's the
pairs.
bluffs. There's the
You
bluffs.
bunch of nits.
Under
Except
It
he's
pairs.
hurts
supposed
you.
to like mix calling and raising those, so those are even aren't in the range a ton.
Yeah, like you're mostly cool in sevens, right?
Check. Call.
Mix,
Not really.
pure call. How's this, uh,
What do you wanna
don't know.
mix? Queen, jack of hearts, maybe?
I
Queen
don't know,
jack
I
of
was thinking
spade,
about
maybe?
the king 10-5 board earlier. But that was rainbow in those different positions and. Like if we're raising our set, but here we have flush draws, so yeah. Yeah,
Gotta
yeah, yeah.
fold.
Mm,
I'm surprised how quick he snap folded the open ender.
Hey, do you turn this into a bluff ever? No. It's gonna do like 5-4, yeah? No, that's like at 100, not this
No,
shallow.
ace, queen, ace five suited.
Need some blockers, yeah. You need the high card blockers, right?
I think it does turn the small connectors into bluffs sometimes. I don't know, though. I could
The
be
10-9
wrong.
maybe.
I think that's more of an in position 3-bet thing than a 4-bet thing.
Maybe.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's turning the offsuit trash, like, I say trash, the offsuit combos. Maybe it's more at 100. I know there's some scenarios where people are turning those combos into bluffs. Oh, I think you're right, Nick. I think it's small blind versus like hijack or cut off.
I think even like button versus low jack, like 100 big blinds, like in position, you start 3-betting those that suited stuff.
Maybe you want to be in position as well.
and in the big blind, you do it, in cash. In big blind, you do it with the 6-7 against every position, you know, at some decent frequency. But you 3-bet it, not 4-bet it.
Think
Mhm.
we call.
I'm
This one
raising
is
the sizing.
interesting. I would
I
mainly
think
call this combo.
we're 100 deep, so I think you might be able to raise
we are
this one
deep.
with the additional equity, maybe.
I think it's definitely a raise, cuz if you make your hand. You
Yeah,
wanna
well,
be
that-
in the moving forward motion
Yeah,
already.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
prefer like
wanna-
king nine.
you
I
don't wanna
prefer like
wait for
king
the-
nine.
Check call and then the flush come, then you check raise, it's like.
I think these kind of flushes don't raise a lot, but I think this one's special because it has the additional equity, right? Like you
Look at
got a
the
straight.
size here, we're supposed to.
Yeah, I
go
went big.
I think it's
Mhm.
also a function of his sizing. And Ken, I don't think we want a king. We want him to have like ace king here, because I mean, what does he do?
He's gonna call,
He's just in a box already.
right?
Mhm.
What happened? Oh, he
He
folded.
folded.
We're zipping
That's
past stuff when you
large.
look at the 3-bet range. Or the
We
check
have
raise
to
range.
call once.
Do we?
Queen
Hey,
ten
do you ever,
suited.
do you raise these small ones? No, you don't raise first that size.
Yeah, like if you bet smaller, I think raising's okay.
I surrender.
I think these are definitely possible bluffs.
I would call
It's a
sevens
call.
plus.
I would call.
I think first the size, I'm probably gonna let this go.
I'm folding, there's two high cards.
I'm folding.
I'm calling because I don't know what else to defend with.
Mm,
Sevens, you can get the
well, so there's gonna be like king, queen, like you're
10-8
gonna have the
run out.
additional king ten. There's gonna be some like additional equity stuff because of the connectivity.
I'm gonna refill my coffee real quick.
I will do
Yeah,
the same.
I think if it was like wider apart, so if it was like jack, jack. 6 or something, and the bet was smaller, you probably are gonna turn some more of these small pairs into bluffs.
So
Like I'd
king,
rather call sixes here than ace king or ace queen. I mean,
Well,
like
ace, king and ace queen also have the additional equity of like counterfeiting, right? I think is, some of that's going on here. Like, if there's backdoor stuff going on. I don't know.
I'm actually surprised to see ace queen pure fold. Although it is half pot.
Yeah, I think the half pot thing is, not messing around.
who was calling some? Maybe just the suited ones.
Right, I meant, yeah, the ace queen off was,
How sticky are we supposed to be here with the second pair? Like this is an easy call?
We have to call. I think we can
Oh.
raise some too, though.
Is
I
it two
agree.
streets?
It's gonna
No.
depend on the run out,
what the
right?
streets
I
bring.
think it depends on
I'm
the turn.
raising in game.
It depends on the turn.
I
Okay,
think
it's
so.
at least two streets.
Yeah, we're on the hook for another one at least. You gotta call.
Occasionally ripping it, but nah. And now.
Alright,
Oh, we don't
whatever,
want
man.
spades.
fold.
Yeah,
We don't want
whatever, you just
spades.
gotta let it go.
Right,
Feels
so
bad.
this is a fold. Where do you stand with pocket jack?
Same story,
Fold.
EV
Where do
of
you
jacks
stand
and
with the
EV.
queen?
Do we have spades?
No spade queen.
How do we get here with a no spade queen?
I don't know,
That's a good
but
question.
how
That's a
do
good
you,
question.
it's not that important. How do you defend your range here? Is that? What kind of cards are you
Okay.
gonna pick?
I would want stuff that unblocks the continue, so I don't think like having jacks, tens, aces are really good here.
Which is better, a queen or an eight?
I would say an eight's gonna be probably better than a queen.
Really?
Queen
Just-
blocks, king, queen.
Well,
Hmm.
I
If
say
this
that,
was-
but I say
Pocket
that, but
10, pocket 9, pocket jacks. That he could have, but not sure if he dumps it like this, right? Probably could go
Yeah.
showdown with them.
I think he
Right.
goes to showdown with those, but he's gonna have like. Jack ten here sometimes that he's gonna just dump. He's gonna have like. I don't know, maybe 10-9 that he dumps sometimes, like 10-9 of, spades, even though we block spades.
We have
Um,
queen eight suited and we have sets in full. Are we raising off a set anywhere?
And we don't block 10-9 of spades.
no, we don't block 10-9 of spades.
No, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. When you're looking that specific, with that hand, we don't block that.
It's true.
Do we have fours?
I think I would be more likely to like, wanna bluff catch something like, a pair of threes or something than like. A queen, I don't know.
I think ace eight may be borderline-ish.
So what's it
So
want?
yeah,
Pocket
eights
eights
and
are,
queen eight suited.
there you go, pocket eights is a set, but.
Yeah.
Ace eight is the
queen eight.
borderline bottom for
We just
eights.
have enough king X.
Yeah, the only hero is like what, queen eight, ace queen.
No, ace eight.
Ace eight as well. Yeah, but that's
So yeah, LP versus LP like that. We're gonna call a lot of suited kings. So that's where our strength comes from.
Yeah,
That's where we
Mhm.
defend. So kings,
which combos of queen of ace eight
the
is it?
8 is worth 0 EV.
Spades.
A queen here. Is worth a lot, is worth 1, almost nothing.
Same.
Queen with a spade in your hand is worth less than without a spade. So we defend, we have enough kings and tricky hands like queen eight to defend here. But we
Yeah.
do need to call ace queen. We do need to call random queen hands that make it here. We don't need to call with an eight.
Cool.
Just call.
Ooh, big bet. I like that. What
I
the,
I'm
fold here,
folding.
folding here.
you guys are folding.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be shocked, yeah.
Ooh,
I don't
dude,
know what
that's a
I'd do.
big bet. That's chunky, man. I would fold.
What if we made it
We
smaller?
have better,
Yeah,
I
we
would
can
call a
bet.
small. I would call small.
it's like all our hands like this are in the same boat, so we wanna have stuff that has draws, like nines just have 2 outs to get better.
Even if you bet smaller,
Yeah, it's still like indifferent, right? It's not great.
We prefer sixes and
Yeah, it's just so much. It's so hard
Ace
to realize the
four.
equity, right?
so when we defend, the king eye boards are really the worst ones almost every time. And when it's like EP versus CP, it's the ice high boards that are the worst. But almost always ace high and king eye boards, we way overfold when we defend.
I think you call.
I'm folding.
I fold, but I think the computer will call.
You ever raise?
I don't hate that idea. I just don't know if you want kings and queens is the problem.
Yeah,
I'd rather have a backdoor flush draw if I'm gonna raise just some sort of equity.
If you felt inclined to continue, I think raising is gonna be better than calling here, but I just don't think we're gonna be doing that. I would fold.
If the
What
8 is a
about king,
club,
queen of hearts?
I think it's too small a bet to fold.
Call.
And you got the
You call-
wraparound straight.
You definitely call king, queen of hearts, I think.
Do
I
you
don't
have
think
a
you'd
raising
raise.
range
I
here?
think you might range it.
Oh,
raise it
you
sometimes.
absolutely have a raising range here.
You wanna have
Mhm.
like upper dangler to the pair card?
I don't know if you want the upper dangler just because it's jack, jack.
Is it easier to call with king, queen of hearts here or king, queen of clubs?
Easier to call with king, queen of hearts.
So we raise more often with this one?
Well, that's what I was saying. So there's conflicting things in my mind, like. We don't really want to have a king or a queen here, cuz we're blocking some of like. I guess we're blocking some of his value, but we're also blocking like,
The
some of like,
queen here is the best card to have on a pair jack, jack, in my mind.
maybe.
The second
I was
best
just,
card to have is the king.
I
Why
would
is
just
the-
think like, we might
Why do you
turn
think the
like,
queen's the best card?
Because we have the upper dangler to the pair card.
But you wanna be blocker oriented, right? Like, he's not pure three betting jack queen off.
No,
But we're blocking ace, king and ace, queen, which is really what we want him to have too, I think is what Galen's referring to.
that's kinda what I'm getting at. Like, yeah, we block kings, we block queens, but. You want this guy to have like ace, queen, you want this guy to have ace, king and stuff. And I would pull more from like a pair of like fours, I think.
okay,
Or-
make it an easy decision for you. King, queen of heart raise more or king, queen of club raise more?
I think king, queen of clubs would be more likely to raise, but I
I
don't
agree
think
with you.
either of
Let's see.
king, queen of spades raises the most.
Okay,
does
so
it?
we're mixing.
Yeah, this bout makes sense in my mind of what I thought it would be.
Yeah, I thought it'd be cool.
But did we see
I
the
would have
solution? I
folded.
was AFK.
No,
But
They're
I
all-
like
they're-
call. King,
they're
queen of
all,
hearts
like-
is calling
Yeah,
more.
clubs raises the most, but it's nothing.
I mean, we don't really have a raising range, 4%. It's
Yeah.
nothing.
It's nothing overall.
but like theoretically, I mean, the logic is sound, right? Like the logic does make sense. But like you said, it's, you're dealing with fumes here.
Well, our bluff is king 9 and king 10.
See? We're raising clubs a lot more than we're raising hearts.
And yeah, so like, what do you think that is? I think it's because those are hands that like, if you face further aggression, you can let go a lot easier. You're not burning
Yeah.
the extra equity.
Yeah, that's what
Uh,
I saw when
disagree.
I,
I think it's
What do you-
because if you look at his three betting range for like Jack X, it's gonna be Jack Queen of, hearts, Jack Queen of spades, Jack Queen of clubs, Jack King of clubs. Whenever you have Queen and King of clubs, you're blocking both your cards are blocking him from having a Jack.
Hmm,
make sense?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I think about
I mean,
too.
I think they're both factors, like you can easily fold this hand too, no matter what the turn is, or continue barreling, cuz they have to fold their backdoor flush draws at brick.
Yeah. It looked like he wanted a 9 or a 10 to bluff there.
Yeah, just check back every time.
Yep.
Wow. Every time, half of the time you're around. The six.
So this is either like ace, queen, or 3 jacks or 3 queens, right? Or I mean, ace, king, or 3 jacks or 3 queens.
What about pocket tens?
Yeah, it could easily be pocket tens.
King,
Could be.
jack as well, jack tens. No, those aren't in range.
Do we care about getting him off of tens or nines and turning this into a bluff, or are we just checking this down?
I would not try to get pocket tens to fold here.
So I think like your idea is good. I just think you need to pull further down,
I
like,
agree.
if, like, what you're thinking is good, but like, you probably wanna use like threes to get fours or fives. Well, not fives here, but fours or like sevens to fold,
Yeah.
as opposed to using like
Sure,
eights to
okay.
get tens.
The more hands we can get him off of, the better it is to turn it into a bluff, basically. I mean, if we had deuces, we could go for it, but not eights. I get it.
Yes,
Yeah.
but in general, try to stay away from weak pairs. Or like big bluffs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would agree.
Check. Our hand's not good enough to value.
Check and beat ace, king. Happy
Good.
days.
So we call.
So given all of the logic we just
Fold.
discussed, I'm curious why it was sometimes big betting the flop. With the eights. I don't really get it.
It's a pair board, it should be bet small most of the time. Even
Yeah.
up to one
Most
big
of the
time.
time.
I think he's talking about the last hand.
Yeah,
Because
We
there's
saw
it's-
two
it was-
high cards on the board.
cuz what?
There's two high cards on the board, so. Two high card and a flush draw, you're more often
Well-
polar than that.
Let's look at the betting range on the flop from villain.
Get value from.
He should be very polar. Actually, you know what? We're very short here, so he should not be this polar.
Well, this is the river.
Yeah, so he's betting small a lot.
So what's his checking range?
Jacks, tens, nines, ace
So
hearts that missed. No spade.
we're betting large to polarize because most of his value hands are betting flop, so his checking range is gonna be weaker, so we're gonna just put pressure on those.
But I'm curious, like, if he calls our flop big bet, are we gonna continue? Or is it just like a one and done? Try to pressure his,
I would venture to say honestly with like a pocket eights, probably a one and done.
Yeah, I think 1 and done.
We can see.
that's kind of where I lean, but I don't know.
So say we bet 15 on the flop, or
Yeah,
what size was
that's
it
what it wanted,
taking?
right? I actually don't remember, Nick.
6 of clubs was the turn. Mixing heavily, mostly betting. If you have the heart, it gives up.
But we only bet the one with the spade.
I mean, you're mostly range betting here.
Yeah, but from the flop, I mean, you're just betting the one with the spade.
Mm,
So you get to the turn only with the one with the spade. Bet small. What are we gonna do against that?
Just fold.
I still
Two
don't get
big
it, but that's
blinds,
fine.
king eye.
Just
The
fold.
scam.
Feel like we have
Just-
to peel.
The ace is paired, so he has less aces.
I
He
think you
does.
just fold here.
He does, but there's just
Yeah.
no good way to
I'm
play
not
it.
folding.
I'm not good enough to fold this, but
he's got quads, I'm
Are not
folding.
supposed
It's
to.
too small to fold.
we'll read.
We gotta call with a bunch of king eyes, 10% bet like that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Are you
check
jamming
turn.
it?
Oh, this is good.
Oh, can we value
Now
bet?
you,
Yeah.
Now I wanna check. I was actually thinking of bluffing the river. Now I wanted to check it.
I would check here. I mean, it may be a value bet, but
I
I
don't
don't
like
think
to
it's a
check.
15. I think it's more like a nine. I think it's more like 9 than
Brother-
15.5.
We don't
Well, you
have,
gotta bet at
Keep
least
betting.
50% or you check.
yeah, so in position
Really?
on, yeah,
Yes.
in position on the river, you don't have a sizing less than half pot in GTO.
Right.
We have
that's right.
75% equity
Sorry,
middle chain.
I
No,
play against window lickers. I don't think about this. I keep forgetting about that rule.
window lickers.
The check.
I think it's fine to have a smaller sizing in game. I do as well.
Yeah.
You
Give me
can
your
go
equity
for thin
yourself,
value
Bert.
if
Cusp.
you want. Majority.
Problem
check.
is, we get ripped on some here.
And
fold
you
it.
are miserable if you get ripped on.
And I don't wanna
Yeah.
have a
Yeah.
jack in my hand, cuz like, what are you targeting to get called when you bet? It's only, like nines,
Queens and
tens,
tens
jacks.
and-
Weeds.
If I get ripped on there,
Queen.
I'm happily folding. Like, I don't think they
Queen.
find any bluff.
Don't forget queens. I mean, that's definitely. in
I mean,
there.
if it's a thin value bet, of course you're gonna fold when they jam on you.
But
Yeah.
it's just, that's why you
Oh.
don't reopen the
Then why
action
are we
with
miserable?
too thin, because
Yeah.
if you get bluffed off your
Yeah.
hand when you were ahead.
Yeah.
Sure.
You.
Against a
it's-
against a robot, absolutely, I agree with you.
Right.
But there's
But
plenty
you're
of
at-
like in game, yeah.
But your average window licker now.
Yep. Just go for the value, man. Just be disrespectful and go for the thin value.
13.9.
We need to go huge, yeah.
Over bet. No, pot. This is pot time.
You
Bad card.
bastard.
I was
What?
waiting for people to stop talking so I could say something, but,
Let's go, Joey. What you got?
oh, I was just gonna say, go larger than half pot on the flop.
What about all in here, Joey?
I don't hate all in
On that
here.
river, it's nice.
What-
He
Yeah.
called
did
on
we bet?
Joey.
What did we bet on the turn?
Pot,
Big.
I'm block betting here.
Block it.
I think we're
Are you gonna
too
block the
strong to
call?
block.
Yeah,
Okay. I don't hate blocking if you're blocking the call, but, blocking the call seems kinda dicey.
So he's
calling.
not likely he has like a pocket 7, pocket 6, pocket 8, right? So we're kinda safe, cuz he doesn't three bet these pairs EP versus EP. So it's more like a6, right?
Yeah,
So-
I'm
And
actually,
Stuffing.
I'm
33.
not all in. I'm torn between 19 and 33.
block betting.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the two choices.
So
yeah.
can we look at range? I think we're gonna be block betting a ton.
So what, that's like, I mean, that was like 40% pot, like, when I think block, I'm thinking like a tenth of the pot.
Oh no,
Right.
I'm thinking like 30%.
It's only
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
ace
thinking like
six that wants
1/3.
to, like,
I usually 1/3 block.
The majority of the strategy is going all in here. Hands like
Sure.
10-9 wanna do it, but diamonds. Okay, so it's not the straight, it's
Flush.
really diamonds.
Yeah, that
It's
The
a straight,
straights
that's
wanna
a
bet-
straight flush, yeah.
The straights wanna bet a little bit smaller.
So we're jamming
It's never block betting.
full houses and better, some flushes. And that's it for our value. It's mostly like even our flushes are mostly betting small.
It
And then
looks
our
like it
bl-
just
Our bluffs are our under pairs and like 6-5.
Very
Yeah.
interesting, right? You
The
need
10-9
a
of
full
diamonds
house
is
or
the-
better to jam here. Or turning a 6 into a bluff.
Flush or better. Right, or
No,
well.
The only
10-9
flush-
flush is jamming.
We can turn a 6
That-
into a bluff here cuz
that's
we blocked the full
10-9
house.
10-9's not a flush, it's a straight flush.
So the only flushes are jamming are the ones that
You're
block
right.
the straight flush. So any 10 of diamonds X or 9 of diamonds X flush, you can jam. So
I didn't
jack
notice.
10, queen 10,
Also-
king 10.
Same thing applies here, Nick, with the pocket pairs. Pocket 3, you need to block the diamond. Pocket
Mhm.
deuce, you need to block the diamond. Pocket 4, a little bit less, right? But pocket
Are
5, you
you
need to block
potting
the
the
diamond.
turn with fours? I don't find the pot bet. Well, I might, I don't know.
Sometimes. So we
On
said
hand.
block bet or check? Majority block bet, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Do you,
Well, I don't
do you
think
consider
19's not a
19 a block bet? I wouldn't
19's
call
not
that
a
a block
bet.
bet.
What
It's
do
a
you
va-
call it?
It's a
30
value.
Call bet.
30%, I call this a block bet.
That's what I mean, yeah, that's what I call a block bet.
No,
But
no,
there
no,
was
that's
the
what, that's what I
5.5
was asking
sizing.
about.
I
That's
don't
what-
That's what,
have, I don't have that 10% sizing in my game.
got you.
I see.
Oh, I do 10 and 20% on block bets.
Okay, we block his stuff. We're gonna call, right?
Yep.
Do
Um,
you? Do you?
Yeah, because you don't.
So Nick said he was gonna
Definitely.
call.
No,
It's
we
Nick
don't
said he
block
was gonna
anything
call.
relevant.
So
It's your
after,
strongest block bet.
no, we have flushes that block bet.
See, Nick said he was gonna call. I'm not so sure, man. I think like this is a theory fold.
I think after seeing the solver, I think it's a theory fold.
Yeah,
Okay,
fold.
yeah, it's like there.
Probs.
okay, we should have folded.
Result oriented.
Rebuy.
Do we have like 7-9 that can block bet call?
Hmm.
I'm a window nose presser. I'm always results oriented.
That's because we don't live in the long term. We live one hand at a time. Results matter.
We can, we're definitely calling. Do we ever 4-bet this? I don't think so.
I don't think so from
Not, no,
this.
definitely not this shallow, definitely
Not
not this
according
shallow.
to your theory,
Oh.
yeah.
Alright. How sticky do we get with this?
Oh,
Oh,
Very pot.
well,
days.
now I would think very sticky. Probably something, I would bet something like 12 here.
I would
12?
check.
12 or pot seem good.
Yeah, I like
I,
12.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
okay.
Thing.
Pot's too much.
Now,
Oh, that's an interesting river card.
I'm
Yeah,
Well, it
block
doesn't
betting.
change.
I did.
10 jack.
all
was
in.
already
Value
there.
from
I'm
a
all
three
in.
bet.
oh my god, Kelly, what are you doing?
What are we getting value from if we jam here?
Ace, king. that
Ace
checked back,
10?
like ace, king spades.
Why would ace king check it back? That's the thing I
Ace,
don't.
king
I don't
spades
get.
might check some, right?
So let me ask you this.
Maybe,
If you check here and the guy goes all in, are you ever folding?
no,
Right?
Oh, but
I
So-
it's
don't think
better.
so.
But it's
So I'd rather
better.
go all, I would rather go in, go all in and get value from the ace. Than
But
I would
when-
check
Is
and
he
not
ever
getting a value.
bluffing?
Well, one, when
I
you,
would expect my expectation was that the ace would bet when we checked the flop. Like, that's the thing. Like, that's why I'm not
Maybe
certain
not.
he has an ace a lot of the time.
What if he's got ace
Well-
8 suited? What if he's got, no, not ace 8 suited, but
Well,
let's say he's got ace 9 suited or ace 10 or ace jack or ace
My
king.
problem-
He has a lot of queens in range.
Kelly,
Queen, jack,
you-
queen 10.
You also have to balance those calls with how much is he gonna bluff when we check behind?
yeah, my problem with jamming is that he can't bluff, but I also wanna get called by ace X and maybe even like kings or jacks, so I'm betting like 10, 14 here.
What if?
Yeah,
what
I
if
can
it's
I can
bet
I can get
four to
behind
target
like
Queen X.
Like
I
he
kind
still
of
has
like betting
ace,
like 10 to 12.
he has like ace 5 suited in range, ace 4 suited, which checks back.
That's true.
So bet for value or check and call?
This is close.
I
Put me
like check the
on-
least.
I like checker bet 4, actually, now that I think about it.
I'm betting 14.
No good?
Point for
No
Kelly.
good.
Wow, jam.
Kelly.
I would like to,
Oh,
I would like
jam.
to address the balance issue that Joey
Okay.
said. Okay, in the games I play in, even up to the $215 buy-in games, I don't think balance
Sure.
is that important. I think if you're playing
not.
poker go $25,000 buy-in, then balance is really
Yes.
important.
Yeah.
But I think these are all,
Absolutely.
I think these games are all about exploitation. And when you have,
Yep.
when you have a hand, you need to get paid off to the max that you can get paid off in. That's
Yes.
how you're going, that's your value of winning.
I agree, but we're playing the solver right now, not the population. And
Yeah.
that,
No, I
so
like the
we're
way,
talking
But he
about
doesn't
balance.
have bluffs here. He runs into too many pairs of queens to have enough bluffs here.
Can we see his calling range, please?
The
And we're not
solver,
blocking any of his calling range either with this.
the solver always has bluffs. You might not see it, but it'll find some.
We're range jamming or
Yeah.
jamming 60% here. That's funny.
Yeah, after you make
Just
the
put his
turn bet,
queen in
I
a
think it's
barrel of
to
hurt.
set up the jam and that's what you're gonna do most of the time in this.
So
on the
what,
solver.
when we jam, what's the worst hand he calls? Is he calling queen X?
He's supposed to, I think.
Yeah, I just don't know how many queen X he has in range.
Yeah, I mean, queen with a blocker
Um,
seems like a pretty good
So
call.
we beat ace, king, ace, jack, ace 10,
All of his queens are two pairs.
ace 7, ace 6.
Not queen, not
Well,
Yeah.
when, on these three
we
bet
bet
pots
big
where you have a
blind, huh?
1 SPR, you're gonna see the solver is gonna call most of the time. If you've got any kind of decent piece of that board. It's not folding much
Yeah.
when you're at 1 SPR.
If you
Yeah.
change the bet size to 14, how does his range change? I know it's not a part of,
What's his
I know it's
check-
not a part of it, but
on what
Plus,
street?
what's his check back
On the
range on
river?
the flop? Yeah, sorry. Do the river first.
cuz if his, it looks like his calling range is gonna be pretty static. Yeah, I mean, he has the same range either way, whether you're jamming or calling, you get additional value from ace 5, ace 4, which we're folding to the jam. But he's playing the same hands that he's calling, that he's jamming. So my idea of 14 doesn't really change anything. You get called by like 5 more combos of hands.
I'm
Okay,
curious
his
what
checking range on the
his-
flop is,
Everything.
Yeah.
Oh, that's us.
So,
Yeah,
so if
some-
you bet the 14, Nick, you have to get called twice as much as you do if you bet the 30, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
that's
messed up
everything. Okay,
'cause
so he's
these-
just mixing everything.
These suited queens just
my
aren't in his
problem-
range.
My bias here is that if I'm in game and someone has an ace in that spot in position, I mean, they're betting at like 99 to 100%. So I'm just biased against him thinking he has an ace that can pay us off on the river.
Yep, I mean, you have to play differently in game than
Yeah,
you do versus
I know,
solver.
and-
It's just recognizing.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's like, I'm so disrespectful in the games I play. Like, I small bet everywhere and no one ever punishes me. No one ever 3-bets me. It's just, you develop bad habits when you play against retards. That's the thing. And I'm trying to practice on GTO Wizard to beat some of that out of my system before the summer. So,
I just call.
oh yeah, I call here for sure.
These are all the better kings. This is marginal.
Yeah, just call.
Probably still just call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Fold.
Never jamming. I mean, it's a call. I would think
I
it's
think
call or
we-
fold.
Yeah, I think we have to
Yeah.
call. No, there's
Yeah,
no.
you're not-
folding.
Yeah.
That's that
Right.
SPR thing again. I don't think the solver's folding those kings.
Yeah, it sucks.
The only draw that really got there was like queen 10.
Yeah, queen 10's it. That
We
was
block it.
not folding this. Maybe I should some. Okay. Yeah.
Fold
Fold.
with a tiny bet. They
Hate
got,
this shit.
This a call.
I honestly, I
It's
just
not
want
a
to
call.
fold.
No,
But,
it's a call.
yeah. No, not queen high. Not that's
How's
Too
this
garbage
different
here.
from,
You call with king, queen.
We had
yeah,
king
king
jack
high.
earlier.
Like a king queen, king jack is
Right.
fine.
Well, let's check.
Because,
Let's see if
yeah,
you
it's
call
just-
with king, queen. I'd like to see that.
With king
If it
king.
was
eight was a
king,
five, I
Queen,
would have said
king,
fold.
queen. king, queen. I
That'd be
said.
Yeah,
I
fine.
don't know if you
game.
call king, queen of clubs. It was suited, Louis. Yeah, I'd
They
still
all
be
call
calling
in
the
the
nuts,
Just the
diamonds and
backdoors.
clubs.
Always call.
Yeah, we have enough pairs to continue with and then like flush draws.
And the king 10, you have to have the suit.
Call.
Call 100%, never fold.
Call.
Call. More than raise. It's gonna have some raises, but call.
Is it better to raise this or ace jack of clubs?
Ace jack of clubs.
Yeah, I'm calling this for sure. I don't know for raising ace jack of clubs either. I'm not raising ace jack of clubs. It is.
Is that because of value or because of protection? Or both?
I would say, well, it depends on what's the depth here. It's probably, I would assume for value. No, I mean, it doesn't have to raise to get it in. We're
bit of
shallow
both.
enough, so it doesn't have to do that. Okay, well,
Bet for sure.
I like 7. I like 7,
See if
honestly.
we-
At least,
Fifth,
I'd go at least 15.
I'm going
me too.
10.
I'm
If
going
we bet-
15.
If we bet 10, pot's gonna get so 7 because
Yeah, I like the smaller bet because then
the
you can
pot's
pile the
gonna
river.
the pot's gonna go to 45 and then we'll have 28 behind. It's just
Yeah.
easy jam.
Exactly. Yeah, like the stack depth. Oh, wow, that's nice. I mean, I'm just getting it in now.
You don't need to go large to get all the money in.
Oh,
wow.
oh, look at that.
What the fuck?
I thought we were
And-
full of shit.
That's a fish tag for me.
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely.
The rare
Uh,
salt fish.
He's a GTO wizard. You're calling him a fish?
Did you see what he called with? He's a calling station.
Yeah, that's pure station
Yeah, I know.
against any normal opponent.
This is miserably
Old.
I think
I
it's
hate
mixing.
spots
Might
like
be.
this.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
You just lost
no.
1
Not for
point by 2,
4. That's a quarter pot. That's much
This is
bigger than
clearer
10%.
than the queen 10 to me.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're out of position.
Ooh, that's fun.
Fun.
Oh, this sucks. Hold on.
Mm.
I
Bad
said
raise.
hold on like 4 times.
Speed
Uh,
demon.
3 times.
Oh, you saw the answer. I was gonna
Louis
say
for-
raise.
Well, yeah, LP is 40 tabling. He can't go slow.
Well, this, this is the exact hand we had earlier.
Wow,
And
my mic was off. I was
Gotcha.
talking, but.
No wonder you've been quiet.
I
Yeah,
think this hand raised earlier. I think it raised to 19.
Oh, no, we're definitely raising here.
You
I
can
think
raise
it
to
raised to 19. I think it's the exact hand we had earlier.
yeah. So
That
why
one
raise
was,
here?
queen
More
jack
than
7, I
call.
think. But it's similar.
I think-
I guess because the small, yeah.
I think there's a couple reasons to raise. The first reason to raise is because you got the combination draw, obviously, and you're gonna try to get it all in if you hit. I think the other reason to raise is you don't really mind if he folds because you got these 2 little cards you
So-
can't show down.
You have 9
He's-
high because you have
this
9
hand-
high. Yeah.
This hand has a lot of equity no matter what he has. And no matter what he folds, he's beating us. So, and we're gonna have value hands here. We're gonna have ace jack, we're gonna have pocket jack, turn, and pocket sevens. So you need to find some bluffs. Some of those you wanna stack off with, some you're just gonna give up on, and this is one that I'm raising to stack off with.
Right.
Get in,
But
yeah.
additionally-
His small bet, you know.
I
When
think
we
it's
call
19.
and we hit,
Go big.
when we call and we hit, he's gonna check back a ton.
It's about this, it's about split. On the sizing.
It's actually a bad card.
That's
It is a
terrible.
bad card, but I think I shove here.
5.8? No.
I know, I'm just telling you what I
Damn.
do.
There's a sliver.
You rolled a 4, jam.
Oh, I'm all in, damn it.
I'm giving up. We called in a three bet pot. There's an ace and a king on
Yeah.
on the flop, so.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we have queen ten, he doesn't.
That's why I jammed on the turn, because I didn't want to give up on the river.
Alright,
This
we're
is when
gonna
I
wrap it
cut.
up
This
on
is not.
this.